Hey everyone, welcome to Coffee and Crafting. Today I'm sharing 3 spring decor DIYs using some Thrift Store, Dollar Tree, and Walmart items and turning them into beautiful home decor. If you like DIY projects, thrift makeovers, and easy to make home decor all on a budget, then I hope you subscribe to my channel and join my DIY family. So grab a coffee or your favorite drink and let's start. I found 2 beautiful large glass jars at my thrift store for $3.99 each, and these are going to be perfect for my project. I'm going to give them a really good cleaning before I add the transfers that I just received and so excited to use. I have the Cottontail Decor Transfers from Vintage Bee Design. I'll leave a link to their website in the description for you. For the first jar, I'm going to use the 2 bunnies together with the flowers. It's my favorite. These were really easy to transfer onto the glass. I used the tool that they sent in the package as well. I took my time. There was some curves on the jar, but overall, for my first time using these transfers, I have to say both jars look amazing. I am absolutely in love with them. I will definitely buy these transfers again for some other projects. So it was worth the money. For the second jar, I'm using just 1 bunny with the leaves going up on the side. I did cut a couple of single flowers from one of the other sheets. I put those at the bottom of the bunny rabbit. It was missing something, and that's exactly what you needed, was just a couple of little flowers. I'm so happy with these. I love the jars. They can be used for so many different things. I'm not sure what I'm going to use them for yet, but I know they're going to be on my shelf. As I mentioned earlier, I'm definitely going to invest in these transfers again. I cut a few strips of lace and ribbon that I had. I cut them long enough so I can wrap them around the top of the jars, tie them on the side. And I did this for both jars at the top. I wanted to add some more Shabby Chic to the jars. I took some of my smaller pieces of lace and ribbon and linen pieces that I had. I glued them together, one on top of each other in no particular order. After I had them all glued together, I cut them into a circle. I'm not sure what you would call this, but I call it a messy flower. So it's like, instead of a messy bow, I made a messy flower, if that makes any sense. When it was all done, I squeezed the bottom of the flower together to kind of scrunch it up, and I glued it on the lace tie at the top of the jar. Then I glued a pearl in the center of the messy flower. My camera didn't record the second jar, but I used all natural colored twine bow from Michael's. It has a button in the center, and I glued it on the lace tie on the jar with the single bunny on it. You will be able to see that in the reveal. I found a book box at my thrift store for $4.99. It was in excellent condition, and I thought I could do something really cool with this. I painted the entire box inside and out with the linen white chalk paint from Rust-Oleum, and I gave this 2 coats. I'm going to use a lace curtain that I found at my thrift store as well. I cut a piece to fit inside the box. It was a little challenging. And after I was done, I know there definitely was an easier way to do it. But of course, I have to do it the amateur way. So I used a glue stick to glue the lace to the box, and it did work. There was some purple that just didn't change the color when it was dried. So I painted some of the lace with the linen white paint, and that kind of fixed it. I guess you just need to do what you need to find a solution when you come across a problem. And that was my solution. The next time, if I ever do this again, I will cut my lace into pieces and do one section at a time instead of trying to do the entire inside along with the cover. This box is for me, so I'm okay with some of the flaws. Now, if it's something that I was selling, then I would have definitely done it a different way. I really like this a lot. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lori, and if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please take a moment to consider and click that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be notified when I upload any new videos. And if you can give me thumbs up by clicking the like button, this really helps my channel to continue to grow and be recognized. And leave me a comment down below on which DIY you like the most, or just to say hello. I'm going to use a mold from Michael's and some air dry clay that I actually bought at my dollar store. I squeezed the clay just to warm it up in my hands. I'll press the clay into the mold and spread it out, and then I'll remove the excess. The clay worked really good actually, and I didn't have any issues with it. I placed the molds on the side of the book box. I had also made a flower mold as a tester that was already dried. I'm going to use wood glue, and I glued that piece in the center between the other two molds. Now the other two molds are not dried, they're not hard. I'm going to glue everything down, and I'll leave it to dry overnight. The clay molds are now dried and they are secured on the book box, so I'm able to go ahead and paint them with the linen white chalk paint. I just want to mention I will be leaving a link in the description for some of the products I used in this video, so if you are interested, please take a look in the description at the links. I have a package of decoupage paper from the Junk Journal Traveler's Notebook that I purchased from Amazon. These are really cool, and I'm really happy with this purchase. The quality of the paper is excellent, and they have a really beautiful vintage look to them. I'll leave the link in the description box for you to take a look. I'm not going to trim or rough up the edges on the paper. I just want to leave it as it is for the cover. I applied a good amount of Mod Podge on the back of the paper, and I'll place it on the book cover. I rubbed my hand on the top of the paper to make sure it stayed in place and there was no wrinkles on this paper at all when I used the Mod Podge. Even when I sealed it, there's no wrinkles because the paper itself is really good quality. I mixed together a little water to the antique wax from Waverly. I'm going to brush the antique wax over the top and the sides of the box. I'll be using the Rust-Oleum chalk paint brush that I bought at my local hardware store. I'll be doing small sections at a time. After I brush on the antique wax, I will wipe off the excess with a wet wipe. And I'll continue brushing on the antique wax. I will brush a little on the edges of the paper, and I'll wipe that off as well. When I painted the sides that would be the pages, I brushed in straight strokes, and I didn't rub the wax off like I did on the other areas. I wanted the brush strokes to resemble pages and have that really nice antique look of an old book. I did seal this with a protective top coat, a matte clear from Rust-Oleum. And that was it for this DIY. And I love how this box turned out. I'm going to have some safe keeps in it. And this is going to look really beautiful on my coffee table on a tray. I found a really big ceramic bird at Walmart on clearance for $5. They were originally $12, and I really kicked my butt for not buying more than just the one. But I am thankful for this one. I painted the bird with the linen white chalk paint from Rust-Oleum, and I gave it 2 coats of paint. I'm not going to distress the ceramic bird. I'm going to leave it with the 2 coats of paint. I'm going to seal it with a protective top coat. I'll be using the matte clear from Rust-Oleum. I have a riser that I made a long time ago. It was originally a cream color, and it did need a new coat of paint. I painted the riser with the linen white chalk paint, and wow, what a big difference it made. When I made this, it was way before I started my YouTube channel, so I don't have a video to show how I made it, but I used 2 wood round pieces from Walmart, and I glued wood beads in between the 2 wood pieces. And then I glued it to a glass candle holder from the Dollar Tree. I spray painted it with a cream color, and that was it. It was easy, simple, and quick. When the paint dried, I used the smoke gray glaze from Rust-Oleum. I brushed it all over the riser. I left it for a couple of minutes before wiping off the glaze, and this gave the riser such a beautiful aging look. It really made the riser look more high-end. The makeover on the riser is so much better than what it was, and I'm really happy with the results. I did give the top of the riser a quick dry brush, and I just let it dry. I didn't wipe it off or anything. And it gave it a really nice rustic look. I did seal the riser with the matte clear protective top coat from Rust-Oleum. I have a garland piece from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to leave it in the circle. I'm not stretching it out or anything. I placed it on the top of the riser. It was a perfect fit, and I think it was meant to be. I won't glue the garland to the riser because in the future, if I want to switch out the garland for something else, I will be able to do that. I placed the bird on top of the riser in the garland, and wow, it looks so cute. I love it, love it, love it. Oh, I wish I had bought more. I really kicked my butt for not buying a couple of these birds, but hopefully maybe next time I'm in the States they might have some more and I can buy a couple more. But right now, I'm just in love with this. And to finish this DIY, I cut pieces of lace and ribbon and I tied them together in the center, and I glued it on the side of the bird with a twined flower from Michael's. I love how this bird and riser turned out. This is such a beautiful makeover. This is going to be such a nice addition on my coffee table, on a tray. It's classy, high-end, and it has a sweet farmhouse look with just a little touch of that shabby chic. I hope I've inspired you today with some new ideas for your home decor this spring. I really enjoyed making these, and I enjoyed making this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. So until then, have a beautiful day, and bye for now.